Hey, if you clicked onto this video, you're probably taking a look at the Aputure Amaran 60x S as an option for you. Now, I think there are two different types of people interested in this light. You're either a beginner just looking into lighting for the first time. Maybe you're a content creator, a TikToker, Instagram, whatever. You're trying to get a nice clean talking head video shot like this. The other person is maybe a more seasoned pro content creator, or maybe even like on a production team, and you're looking for a small and portable light that has a power solution for you. There's a couple things that you are probably wondering about this light. What is the difference between the 60X and the 60XS? So from what I understand, the difference is that the 60XS has an upgraded chip and it is a more color accurate light. So if you're really into, music videos and you're doing a lot of heavy color grading or whatever it is, if you need a more color accurate light, they're getting a much higher score with this 60XS compared to the 60X. The NPF adapter, this comes in the box. So when you buy the light, you get this NPF adapter. It has a V mount right here on the back, and that clicks right onto the side of the actual light. These NPF batteries get locked into place, and there's actually a little lock button right there. So I can give you a little demo. Let me grab this NPF battery. It clicks right down into place, and you can see that I'm not able to bump or push this guy out. You have to unlock it, and then that comes out. Probably why most pro creators are looking at this light. It doesn't end there. You also, if you don't want to use the NPF batteries, say you have a bunch of V-mount batteries hanging around, you can use the V-mount battery on this light. You just need to get your own D-tap cable, which you probably already have a D-tap to DC cable. The DC power, it's a 12 to 19 volts. The light accepts 12 to 19 volts. There's a little adapter that comes with the kit, and you can use that. I used it just the other day. It would get uncomfortable if you were shooting for a long time, but you could probably just get by with just that, the little adapter that comes in it, but it's not a handle specifically designed for holding. They do sell a handle separately. It's a $40 handle. It's got a V-mount right on the front of it. It looks very, very comfortable. Actually, I want it because the reason I got this light in the first place was because we had a need to use a light like this out on location. The only light that we have like this right now is the Aputure F21C, and that's just a little bit bigger, a little bit of a bulkier setup for when we're actually shooting. This one is very quick, very, very light, very quick, and very nimble. Like, I'm able to move around very quickly. The F21C, not as quick and not as easy to move around. I'm guessing that those are the questions that you had. If you have any more, drop them down below. I'll try to answer the question. So if you're just getting into content creation and you've realized that you need to get a light to maybe up your quality of your videos, or you want to make sure your talking head looks great like this, this light is the one that I recommend for you. Like, before going through all these details, just get this light. Depending on your situation, but you could probably just get this light. It's going to grow with you. What are the things that you're really going to like about this light? So the size, it's very small, especially even compared to their 100D, 100X, and their 200D, 200X. Those series lights are about this big. I have them. I have a friend borrowing them right now. They're about this big. This light is about this big. The next feature that you're going to really appreciate is the bicolor light. Let's knock out two birds with one stone. I'm going to show you that this is a bicolor light by also showing you my next point, which is that there is an app that you can use. This is the Sidus Link app. So I can connect this light to my phone and I can control it right here. You see I've got two lights connected right now. I'm going to click into the Amaran 60x S, and now you can see I've got quite a bit of control right here. Right here on the bottom, I've got my bicolor, I've got my color temperature, and then right up on here on this slider, I've got my power. So let's just show you the power real quick. This is I'm at 16%, like where I dialed in for this video was 16%. This is 18% right now. Let me just turn this all the way up, and you can see it's a bright light, especially in a lower light setting. Like right now I'm in our studio. This is our studio here in Taiwan. We do a lot of commercial work. You can see we've got like a whole setup back there, tons of lights, tons of C-stands and everything. We've got it all going on here. So this is a darker scene right now. So this light, I'm only going to have to use a little bit of the power on this light. Not only can you control the power, but you can also control the color temperature. Now, you might not even understand what color temperature is, but you might have heard of auto white balance. Now, if you put your camera into auto white balance, it's going to always try to make the light look white or daylight balanced. And so if I had my camera on auto white balance right now and I change the color temperature, it's going to do some color changes inside the camera, but I don't. I have my camera locked off right now at 5,500 Kelvin color temperature. So you can see right here, that same number is on my phone for this light. I'm controlling the color temperature of this light, which is 5,500. Now, if I change this, let me go up really quick. It's not going to be a drastic change, but let me just bump this up really quick. And now this light just turned, it should look or perceive to be like a little bit cooler, maybe a little bit closer to white, but for here in my eyes, it looks like it just went blue. So now let me take this from 6,500, which is all the way up to the top. This is like the whitest or the bluest you could get this light to look. Now let me drop it all the way down to the bottom real quick, and you're gonna see how drastic this is. Let me go all the way down. This is 2,700 Kelvin. So that range of color temperature right there, you can really play with that. There are some effects in here like lightning, there's a TV, pulsing, strobe, explosions, there's fire. So you might be trying to pull off an effect in your video, and some of these effects are right here built in. I really like the app because I'm not having to go back and forth adjusting my light. I can just turn my camera on, turn my light on, connect it to the app, and then I can adjust my light to where I need it to be right here. That's just one more thing that you don't really have to worry about when you're using these lights, because you can connect it to the Bluetooth app. So I always use the Sidus Link app. The next feature you're really going to appreciate about this light is the full-size Bowens mount. Now this will allow you to use a variety of modifiers. Now not all of the Aputure softboxes are approved to be used with this light. One thing that you have to recognize with this light is that it is made out of plastic, and the Bowens mount, the bit of plastic that holds the actual adapter or the modifier, is not that big. It's not that thick. I don't think it's that strong. Really, the two modifiers that you're going to be using with this softbox is the reflector that comes with it, which also has a little diffusion sock, so you could use that for a rim light, or maybe you just need to brighten up the room a bit. You could bounce that light off the ceiling. That reflector works great for that. Now, if you want to use a softbox like what I'm doing right here, this is actually the Light Dome Mini SE, and I think that this, for most people who are looking to create like a YouTube talking head shot like what I'm doing right now, this is the softbox that you should look at. There are a couple other ones. There's a square or rectangle one that Aputure also makes, but this one is newly released, and I think that this is great. There's such a good value. So you could get this light with this softbox. The light kit is $200 US, so $199, and the softbox is $69. Let me check on my notes here real quick. Yeah, the Light Dome Mini SE is $69 US. So you're under $300. That's like $270, and you've got a great, very versatile lighting kit that's going to grow with you. Later down the road, you're going to be looking for a power solution, a portable power solution. I really think that this is the best, most versatile light in this 60-watt price range. There are some other lights that you might consider. The Zhiyun G60, it's quite a bit more expensive. It's $60 more, so it's a $259 light. I have that light. I use it at my at-home studio. It is tiny, I have to admit. It's very, very small. It's also bicolor. It does not have the full-size Bowens mount, so if you wanted to do the full-size Bowens mount, you have to adapt it. My adapter that I got from Zhiyun when on the Mark 1 version of one of those lights, it actually melted. I ended up discovering this because the light that I was using for my YouTube videos over and over again, it kept getting dimmer and dimmer, and why is this light getting so dim? It's because the Zhiyun light, this is the X100, not the G60, but it's the same brand, same engineers thinking and designing this product. The X100 actually melted that Bowens mount adapter. So I just have a hard time trusting that brand for now. I do think that their lights are going to get better and better, especially if that was their Mark 1 version. I'm not saying that that was a good thing, but I'm saying that X100 and their G60 was a very, very tiny, powerful light. So I would keep my eye on Zhiyun as a brand. I think that they're going to create some amazing products in the future. Another light that you could consider is the Nanlite 60B2. Again, this is more expensive. This is a $320 light, $319. It is more of a production light. It's a much better build quality. We have a Nanlite here in the studio, and it is tough, man. That thing is built like a brick. The Nanlite is not a full-size Bowens mount, but it does come with a lot of accessories. So there might be some pros and cons that you need to weigh out between going with Aputure or going with Nanlite. I think those are really the two options for you to consider. Now, if you're like a production team like we are, we might consider the Nanlite. But again, having the non-full-size Bowens mount, like having to adapt that every single time, is just going to get frustrating. It's just another piece to lose. It's another piece of the puzzle that you always have to put together. So another light that I looked up was the Godox SL62B, and it's $169, $170. and it's pretty bare bones. It's a bicolor light. It really only comes with a couple things. I think it's quite a bit bigger. I'm guessing that it's closer to what the Amaran 100 series or the 200 series is. I'm going to guess that it's quite a bit bulkier. But if you're just setting up and you don't need that portability and you're just looking to save some money, that might be the light to consider. I haven't personally used Kodaks as video lights, but that might be a good option if you're trying to save some money. Also, I think that has a full-size bones mount. So those are my thoughts on some other lights to consider. Let's see what else I had here on my list. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're one of my viewers here in Taiwan, I'm actually giving this light away. I think that this light is so great. They're going to send me another one. I got my hands on this light and I was like, wow, if I was a beginner content creator, I would have loved to have this as my first light. So I'm going to be giving this one away only to my followers here in Taiwan. So you're going to have to win the raffle, and the raffle is going to come out. So I'm going to post an Instagram Reels, and on that Instagram Reels, you have to tag a friend in the comments, and then you have to follow Aputure Asia on Instagram. So I realize that if you're in the States or if you're in India, if you're somewhere else, that might feel a little unfair. But for me, it's challenging to get the shipping out to an international country from Taiwan. So it's going to be a local giveaway. So if you're one of my viewers here in Taiwan, thanks for being here. And I just wanted to give back to you guys. This light is going to be coming to one of you guys. So get over onto my Instagram, follow me there. The video, I'm going to be posting that probably around the same time that this video posts. So follow me on Instagram and you'll see that reel and you'll see that go. The giveaway time, I'm going to give about a week, for everybody to get a chance to get their comment in and to follow Aputure Asia. And then I'll announce the giveaway. It's coming up on June 14th is when I'm going to announce the winner of that giveaway. If you have any questions or anything that you want to say, drop them in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video.